Welcome to Hope Natural Health, the podcast inspiring you to be your best version. Join me, your host, Dr. Erin, naturopathic doctor, dog mom, cancer survivor, and girl boss weekly as we discuss all things health, hormones, and happiness with a little side of this thing called life. Hey, we're back. Last week, we discussed the vagal tone and how you can tone it to really dive into your parasympathetic nervous system. And this week, I'm going to talk about mindset. Your mindset is a set of deeply rooted beliefs. It really is how we shape and make sense of the world. It determines how we think, how we feel, and how we behave, which means it inevitably influences whether we succeed or fail. Some of the earliest research on mindset was done by Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck. She found that a person's mindset determined their performance. But there's a few differences in types of mindset, and we're going to discuss a few of them today. First, we're going to talk about the abundance versus scarcity mindset. People with an abundance mindset tend to believe they can have limitless health, wealth, happiness, and all things good. Whereas those with a scarcity mindset tend to believe these things are limited. There can be a middle ground, but not many health practitioners talk about mindset, but it powerfully influences our overall health, healing, and results because our beliefs influence our thoughts, which influence our behaviors, which therefore influence our results. There's a lot of different ways that we can work on shifting our mindset, but the first step is always awareness. We need to start noticing our thoughts throughout the day. So as I go through these different types, I would love for you to be like, ooh, I'm more of this mindset than that mindset. So first we had the abundancy versus scarcity mindset. Next, we have short-term versus long-term mindset. Short-term thinkers focus on the here and the now, whereas the long-term thinkers visualize what's next and are guided by a vision of the future. When it comes to our health, thinking in the long term, like visualizing the why behind our goals, makes it easier to stay committed to our positive changes that we want to make. So a question for you is, whatever goal you're working toward, why are you committed to that goal? So, for instance, this is not me, but I'm saying this is an example, I am committed to losing weight. Why? This is why we need to understand the backbone behind why we are making or wanting to have this goal so that we can stay committed to the positive changes. Then, whenever we're tempted to give up, we remind ourselves of that long-term vision. So that's a good way to look at it when you're having some goal in the future. We always want to look at the why. What is backing you up to have this goal? Next is the internal mindset. Which do you believe is more true? I'll get better when I find the right diet, pill, or miracle treatment. Or I'll get better when I make positive changes in my beliefs, habits, and lifestyle. There really is no right or wrong answer here. These are just different mindsets. Most of us fall somewhere on a continuum rather than fully on one end or the other. So in psychology, these mindsets are called external versus internal locus of control. It's all about where we believe the responsibility falls. Last would be the growth versus fixed mindset. Those with a growth mindset believe that they can change. They embrace challenges. They see failure as an opportunity to learn. People with a fixed mindset believe they are innately good at something or they're not, smart or not. They may be hesitant to try new things for fear of failure. Truth is, like with all mindsets, we fall somewhere along the continuum. But when it comes to health, I see many benefits of embracing a growth mindset. When we believe our bodies and brains can change, we're actually more motivated to better ourselves, whether that's through maybe what we eat, how we move, or even the choices that we make. These mindsets, like I mentioned, were first researched and described by Carol Dweck, the Stanford psychologist, and she found that these mindsets translate to performance. So mindset work is subtle and it may seem less powerful than something like changing our diet, but our mindset can truly influence the outcome of everything else we do. So just to recap, to go back to the different types of mindsets, we have the abundance versus scarcity mindset. We have the short-term versus the long-term mindset. We have the internal mindset. And we have the growth versus the fixed mindset. Again, you could be anywhere on that continuum, but if you're trying to have a goal for the future, like that long-term mindset, we're looking at why are we committed to that goal? The growth mindset, like we want to, embrace the challenge. We believe that we can change. Whereas the fixed, you're just kind of stuck where you are. And just remember the grand scheme. It doesn't really matter where you are or what type of mindset that you hold, but it truly can influence the outcome of everything that we do. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you all again next week.